Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Polygyny. I'm Ray.
I'm Prince.
And on this channel, we discuss polygyny and relationships in general. Here, we encourage, uplift, and support people who are currently living this lifestyle and people who have a genuine curiosity about this lifestyle. We will not go back and forth or debate with you because this is the lifestyle that we chose. On today's video, we're going to be discussing if your partner is a cheater, should you consider polygyny?
So what do you think? If a person is a cheater, should that be considered?
I wouldn't consider it.
Yeah, definitely. You could do it at your own discretion, but I definitely would not consider it.
Right.
The first thing is this is a hard lifestyle to get into, so trust is going to take a lot of trust. You know what I mean? You need a person of good character and someone that has discipline. Because it doesn't matter how many people are involved in the situation. If you don't have discipline, you're going to ruin something. And this is real lives that you're talking about here.
If you're a cheater, you're a cheater. It don't matter if you have one wife, two wife, or three wife.
Right. But what about the people that say, there's people that say that if they could just have one more wife, everything would be just perfect. I wouldn't have to cheat anymore. You think that's true?
I wouldn't trust anybody and wouldn't be able to be in a relationship with anybody who doesn't show discipline. So if you can't show discipline enough to be in an actual monogamous relationship, you don't have the discipline to have two wives. And like you said, these is real life we're talking about. This is not a game.
Not a game. And that's a key word, discipline. Like if you lack discipline, man, you're gonna screw a lot of things up. And it's just simple as that. Next, I would say another reason I wouldn't consider it if your spouse is a cheater is because cheating is in most relationships, it's a fear, right? A lot of people have a fear of getting cheated on, or not necessarily a fear. Most of the time, it's a deal breaker, right?
Yeah.
So if someone has cheated on you and you decide to work it out with them and keep them around, I wouldn't throw more things onto their plate. Yeah. Like I said, it goes back to discipline. They're not disciplined at all. So you have to get past whatever it is that you're going through that has you cheating and all that other stuff. And if you're saying the reasons why you're cheating is because it's your spouse, this is definitely not the type of relationship you want to get into. Like if it's because your spouse is not doing enough of something, or your spouse is nagging, or wherever the case may be, or she's not sexy enough, or he is not sexy enough.
Yeah, just not good enough.
This is not the kind of relationship you're gonna want to get into, because that is most people's fears in this type of relationship, and just period. Like a lot of people that polygamy gets brought up to, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get replaced. It's this and that." Like, you do not want to get into this thing.
It just causes so much more trouble. And I think it goes back to discipline, but I think it also goes back to the relationship. If the relationship is not right, then
you don't want to use this.
You
don't want to use this to fix your relationship.
Like a crutch. Like people have more kids because they think it's going to keep them together, but it really doesn't.
Nope.
So I wouldn't try this if that's the case.
Right. And it's just not a good thing. It never ends well. And the reason why I'm so passionate about speaking on this is because this is a lifestyle that me and my wife chose to live. And you have a lot of people that ruin it, right? So even people look at us and it's like automatically, oh, he must be a bad husband behind the scenes. Like he probably treats her bad, or he forces this on her. When really, she's the one that brought this whole situation up. You know what I mean? Like, and I was actually the one that was a little reluctant to do it. But no, I would not consider that if someone is a cheater. So moving on, another reason why you do not want to do this, because cheating is a major red flag. I don't even know if that's a flag at this point. That's just
it's past a flag.
Yeah, it's past a flag. You broke, you crossed the line right there.
Yeah.
But I would also say that the main reason I feel that this type of relationship does not work for most people, when you hear so many horror stories, because people that are involved ignore the red flags, right?
I think that's in most relationships too.
Yeah,
Not just these.
and just general relationships.
Yeah.
And also, I'm glad that you said that. On a little side note, a lot of this information that we give you is not just for polygamy or polygyny or anything like that. You can just use this in everyday life and relationships and marriages, dating, courting, whatever it is that that you're doing.
Right.
But correct, like you don't want to do that, because like I said, a lot of people ignore red flags, right? So if someone showed that they can't be trusted, they don't have a good character, they lack self-discipline, this is not what you need to be doing, because it's going to add more confusion and more opportunity for them to pull more red flags out,
Right. I have something else to say though too. I think we've all been in a situation where we've cheated or been cheated on, right? And we know from personal experience, it causes a lot of, I don't even know how to say it. It causes a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, especially for the person being cheated on. So if you're cheating on somebody, if you have cheated on somebody and they have a lot of hurt and pain, even if you guys have been through therapy or you guys have been, it could be 10 years. And she probably still thinks about that every single day or often, you know what I mean? So you caused her all that trouble, and then you want to bring another woman into the equation. It's not gonna feel good. So
and you want this thing, listen,
you want it to run as smooth as possible, and that's not
and this whole thing doesn't have to feel like that lost feeling, like the in the pit of your stomach, that right here.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to it doesn't have to feel that way, right? And I don't know about anyone else, but I care about my spouse. I love her, and I like seeing her happy. I like doing whatever it takes to see her smile. And I wouldn't put anything on her like that, like you just don't want to be the one walking around happy in your relationship, and then the other person's sitting there with their arms folded like this and their head down and their feelings hurt.
I'm
right?
cussing you out in their head.
Yeah. And your partner, if they're not happy in a relationship, man, sometimes even if they don't mind as much, there's ways that they can manipulate this whole situation, not to let it not work. And if that's not what you want to do, you just want to come into this thing as honest and trustworthy as possible. And if you don't have that, don't get into it. I don't suggest it. Now, you can always do whatever you want, everyone's wrong, but I wouldn't suggest it.
Right.
So that's going to conclude this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And tune in to our next videos. Peace.
Bye.